is on your field all the time.
In the honorable, meaning, sir, in opposition, when you guys were saying, sir, the problem was finance and that your capacity near there, you probably did not have the detailed info to know, sir, some of the plants you thought were available, no, were all laggards, and that, but for the government taking that decision then to bring in a Mary and a car power, no, like I would have been in a messy problem.
No. You see, we had the data was available. Is Energy Commission and Gridco, the load balancer, publishes all of these things, right? They publish it. The critical question of a Mary was the nature of the contract.
The nature of contract.
Not that it's coming in, right? The nature of the contract was what the issue was. Not that a Mary was not necessary. Nobody argued like that.
But son, I'm argument.
No, the argument
so
was
we didn't need it. A finance problem.
No. I at vetting said the problems confronting the energy sector is not technical, but financial. We are not managing the finances well. The argument against a Mary was the nature of the contract. In fact, we hardly criticized car power.
Yeah.
We hardly. But a Mary was the nature of the contract, not its necessity. Because look, at the end of the day, every year you have to be adding to capacity. But what you do is that it's not just adding capacity blindly. You have to also look at demand management. Say the capacity additions,
Yes.
So no. Look, adding capacity is not a joke. If you have to do a 400 megawatt plant double cycle, it's going to cost you about $600 million. Now, $600 million can build you about 51 first-class district hospitals. If you're a government, what do? What is your choice? I'd leave the power to the private sector and use that money to build my hospitals, because that is the core mandate. Hospitals in the private sector, money won't flow. Energy sector, private money will flow.
By any decision, NDC are buying it.
Said
we will not go into an agreement. And also buying the committees can be upfront, and let's enter into a build, operate, transfer agreement. And that's
all the power. That's all the power.
Absolutely.
That's the nature
of IPPs,
and IPPs. That's the nature. The thing is, also emergency power plant. Why make it emergency? Don't you make it a permanent addition? Why 5 years? When we know that down the road we'll need it. In fact, I went to Parliament and asked Parliament to permit us to convert all emergency power plants into standard agreements. So it's a power purchase agreement.
Yes.
Yes. It's either 15 or 20 years. Right? Rare cases, and now 7.5 years. Rare cases. Right? So my argument to Parliament is, why do emergency 5 years when you know, say in your architecture, in your future, you will need additional capacity, and therefore why didn't you even make it a part of your architecture going forward?
And don't they inform me the Novation agreement? No?
Yes.
Of 10 years.
Yes. You see,
but then people criticize you, say. The amount in that Novation was over the top.
That's not true. That's not true. Look, what was the amount? Over a 10-year period, the cost of power to us was going to be about $1 billion.
$1 billion. 5 years, and not the cost of power to us, now you're saying. The original agreement.
You see, people were taking the cost of the investment of $570 something
million
and comparing it to a cost spread over 10 years. That is not logical. If you do the net present value of the 10 years. It is less than the 5 year, the initial cost. Unfortunately, I don't have the details here, but I have this. You can look at it.
Okay.
This is all the data.
Sorry. You talk on the
So this is all the data
Yes.
concerning that transaction.
Okay.
It is my formal response on this Ameri matter. I will release it with all the documentations and appendices.
But do you still stand by agreement, material innovation agreement called Parliament, and executive approval? That you still stand by?
I stand by it.
The details of that
I
agreement.
stand by it.
They're over almost $1 billion.
Take every plant and calculate the cost of energy over 10 or 15 years and see what it comes to. See what it comes to. Every single plant, look, every single plant in this system,
Yes.
over 10 to 15 years will cost us more than 1 billion. Every single plant.
Now, Honorable Jaco, are you saying, sir, energy sector, civil society organizations, about how wrong that innovation agreement was?
What was wrong? What was wrong? Tell me what they said was wrong. Tell me what they said was wrong. Is that it was more expensive?
Absolutely.
Let me show you something very quickly. There's a comparative.
Asempa FM.
There's a comparative data. I don't know if it's part. Let me see if the table is here. There's a comparative where we are comparing the prices.
Yes.
Of the prices of Ameri with others. What was the novated agreement price? 11.75. What was the contracted price? 16 cents per megawatt.
16 cents
in the
per megawatt.
contractual price.
And
yes.
Innovation here 11.5 cents.
11.75
cents per megawatt.
Per megawatt. You see, when I became, but because
that should be per kilowatt.
Per kilowatt hour.
Per kilowatt hour, yes.
Okay, page 19.
Page 9 of this same document.
Of the same document,
okay.
Page 19.
Okay. Okay.
Page 19.
Yes.
Osha, the third column. Existing contract, including Ameri margins. Total, Osha at the bottom. Total average cost.
Yes.
13.2919 cents. All right. When we started negotiating,
Yes.
this the investor proposal was 11.9229. We proposed and brought it down to 11.7095. Now is 11.7095 worse than 13.2919? Tell me. This is what we are paying. This is what we are paying now. Then
GOG proposal.
No, existing GOG.
Existing in the first 5 years of the Ameri agreement.
Yes.
Then you have
13.2919.
And the GOG proposal are part of the innovation agreement, no?
It's 11.7095. Yes.
But this is over a 10-year period.
This is over a 10-year period. Yes.
So eventually we would have paid more.
How? You see, the thing is, it's like a mortgage. A 5-year mortgage
will be different from a 10-year
mortgage. A 10-year mortgage. That's how it works.
That's
how it works. You will pay more because it's over a longer time period. Right? Now, what were the conditions? We owed Ameri arrears of $92 million we hadn't paid. Near Blomuka, 92 accruing interest. And we were paying them $8.5 million every month.
$8.5
million a month
for
power. They are selling us the power.
And only breakdown per kilowatt hour, 13.2912. No?
Yes.
But the other thing, they say, Honorable, the 13.2919, we're going to pay this for 5 years, after which the plant becomes ours.
It becomes yours.
Yes.
It becomes.
So why extend it for 10 years? And
No, when the plant becomes yours, what are you doing with it? You will operate it.
You would, of course.
Huh?
Of course.
And operating it is this cost. 11.709. You will buy your fuel.
Yes.
You will do your maintenance.
Yes.
O&M you pay. Whenever operating. VRA.
VRA, of course.
VRA, when they buy fuel.
Ombeto. Yes.
When they have staff maintaining the plant and pay. All these are the costs. The biggest point is the cost. Now you see, we hadn't finished paying for the plant.
Are you saying, sir, 11.7095, no, which was the GOG proposal in the innovation agreement, no? Say Bibia go through and start say year for 10 years, the cost of fuel, the cost of generating power, maintenance and everything, no. Now a merry private company never finding enough for 10 years.
Yes, yes.
So they only generate the power for us and then we'll buy.
Ivory Coast, you know what they do? They don't want to know anything. They say we will only buy power for 10 cents a kilowatt hour.
Yes.
How you do it? They don't get involved with anything.
FM.
If you can meet 10 cents, we buy. If you can't meet 10 cents, we don't. It shouldn't matter who owns the plant. What is the interest in the long run? That we have stable supply.
Electricity, of course.
Who provides it shouldn't be your concern. How they provide it shouldn't be your concern. At the end of the day, all you want is that it is provided at the cost you want.
But the other argument would be, sir, we couldn't have maintained this arrangement ad infinitum. After the 10 years, definitely maybe the plan would have come to us.
Look,
and who would have operated. So why don't we operate it after the first 5 years then?
Why would that?
The Americans say.
Why who wouldn't
after the Novation Agreement? So Novation Agreement running the full course, which is 10 years. Still, a plant as a country. It probably will end up with VRA engineers near the maintaining near there. And other than after first 5 years of the original agreement, you ain't taking that route. Say at the end of VR on a VR for pretty because it will come back to us anyway after 10 years.
Let me tell you, in fact, it's all documented here.
Okay.
Cabinet had decided to get government out of thermal generation.
Okay.
And in fact, we were taking all the plants that belong to VRA away from them.
Okay.
To be sold to the private sector. So the government will not be in the thermal business. In fact, if you look at the approval cabinet gave on restructuring VRA, VRA was supposed to be a sole hydro generation.
Yes.
VRA was going to have 3 sections: hydro, thermal for a temporary period, and then non-core business, schools, farms, and get rid of all of them. Get rid of thermal. So we had even started negotiating the sale of 2 plants. Cabinet said that VRA should get out of thermal.
Concentrating on
hydro. So why are we going to take another thermal and give it to them after that decision?
And by that means, after the Novation Agreement had run its full course, and Castelia extended a similar agreement, or maybe
the idea was to sell all government thermal plants to the private sector. So, if cabinet has taken this decision, why are you then going to take this plant and give it to VRA? What sense would it make? Yes, VRE, moon free business.
Moon-free.
My first 2 plants, yeah, they are one of the account, I think it was Vishinum Company, Vishashi Company.
Oh, okay. Energy company.
No, it's an accounting.
Ah, okay. No,
Right.
Mama take your first 2 plants, no?
We had
Under VRE.
selected first 2 plants and we're negotiating their sale. The decision of government was that no thermal plant should be operated by VRE, which is the custodian of assets for government. Cabinet had taken that decision and given me the authorization to implement. So why am I going to take this plant and give it to VRE? Tell me.
If that decision was a cabinet decision, and you argue, say, you still stand by the details of the Novation Agreement, where proven with comparative figures, there's unya executive approval for that agreement to go to Parliament. Following the uproar by in the public, a decision was taken by the president to relieve you of your post. So that decision, was it connected to any Novation Agreement? No?
You have to ask the president.
The president gave you a letter, no?
You have to ask the president.
But he gave you a letter.
He gave me a letter asking me to step aside without much explanation.
And
you see,
and you don't think, sir, it was in relation to a Mary?
It could be. It could be.
What would be the reason?
Look,
so Ufri said, yeah, we was above board.
First of all, I was not even part of the negotiation team for this Novation.
Novation Agreement.
I was not a part of the committee.
But you were minister at the time.
No, yes, I'm minister. But there was a committee that went through the entire
Novation Agreement.
Yes.
A committee set up by who?
By the president, on the authority of the president.
Not you, the minister.
Well, no, I'm an instruction.
Okay.
Now a lot of it was institutional.
Okay.
Right?
Institutional representation.
Yes. And the list of all the participants are in the
Simba
document.
FM.
I was never part of any negotiations. They didn't sit in their meetings. When they had issues, they would come to me. And I would seek executive direction. Say, Yampini way, Aname Yampini. Especially on the legal side, there were a lot of things that had to be corrected legally in the contract. So the list of participants. Now I was not part of the negotiation team.
For the innovation.
No, I was not. Debbie.
You had no idea what they had agreed upon.
No, what I'm saying is that I did not sit in.
But they briefed you.
They briefed me.
Okay.
Because you see, there were guidelines all over the place. So no.
Yes.
So to your question. To your question. Yes, I was minister. If you look at page 11.
Okay. Page 11. Okay. And when any members of the negotiation team.
Yes.
For their merry innovation.
Yes.
In the Mihuaha, with your permission, if
no, don't mention names.
I shouldn't.
No.
Okay. But I see the names here.
Yes, and all the only person who didn't sign was VRE.
Absolutely. VRE and sign, and all of them did on the 17th of February 2017.
Yes.
Yeah. And we 10 days after taking over the reins of power, and that committee will put it together.
Yes. Because it was part of our manifesto to get it done as such.
And why did you then take the for decision committee take here? What's the for us, of course, because no brief you.
You are the minister.
And the back stops with you.
Yes, you are the minister. What you see, almost year did in the press, contrived noise, no. One article on Troy. What did they say? All that was said is more expensive, is worse than the original. Without showing an iota of data. This one, you go through, you see all the data, all the technical data, right? It was noise. Now, what was the loss? Yeah, funny say the agreement was not good, right? So what? Is this the first time somebody has negotiated a bad agreement?
Yeah, but you have to pay for that.
Pay for what?
For negotiating a bad agreement. You have to take the fall.
No, why is that? A bad agreement that didn't cost anybody anything?
But for the vigilance of a few parliamentarians, Sanke go through in parliament, it would have costed us something.
It didn't. Yours is hypothetical.
Absolutely.
Yours is hypothetical, but it didn't. Parliament. Which parliamentarian saw this? Tell me. Which parliament? The committee did not even want to. That's a strange thing.
That's the Mines and Energy Committee.
They didn't see this document.
Anchor Parliament.
Anchor Parliament.
And from executive approval stage,
executive approval stage, we asked that it be laid before Parliament. And that is where suddenly there's a resistance.
From why? From why? From Parliament?
Yes, Speaker called me. Speaker and Chairperson called me and said, there is opposition to me laying this in Parliament. And their advice was that change till they come back. And I said, whatever it is, say next year, say next term, I don't care. We can withdraw it, right? So tell me which of the parliamentarians can put their hearts on their hand and swear that they saw the Novation Agreement, read it, analyzed it. Let somebody stand up and put their hand on their heart and said, I did.
Meaning, sir, it wasn't laid in the first place.
Look, this whole thing was a hoax. Get Boache Jaku out. I will say it today.
A hoax?
Yeah.
A hoax? Yeah. By who? Created by who?
Me say. Asabno Emma Wachia. Ye manu dueni awia. Asabno be machi. Ye be manu dueni awia.
But unim the ebema asemna match is here and say. And I recall vividly say time as uncommon shas there were social media commentary said some from members of your own party, you know. For example, and because it's a public win, I think I can read it out. For example, Gabi Asariotre, a member of your party, he made a Facebook post. Say, if you are a minister with a greater ambition, please learn from Akufo-Addo. When he was in your position, he focused on delivering on the work assigned to him by the president. He would not be distracted. He did not let his ambition get in the way of his job, not even how to fund his future campaign. Be loyal and committed to the mandate you have today. Let the success of the government you are a big part of today be the only thing that matters today. Guard and guide your integrity as if it is your only source of oxygen. When the time comes, the party will remember you and your ethics and reward you for the services rendered to the government when you were gifted the opportunity to serve. Of course, your name wasn't mentioned in this.
Tell me.
Anisha Hin saying. But your name was not mentioned. Of course, I agree, sir. It was a post done in.
But you see, I was on a WhatsApp platform when this matter came up, and I was mentioned. So no.
Yes.
In a WhatsApp platform post in connection with this.
With this particular post.
Who is talking about integrity? Who?
This is Gabi Asariotre.
Who is talking? It's a rhetorical question. Who is talking about integrity? Hard work? Me hard work. I was remiss on working hard through the campaign and as minister.
Asempa FM.
Sometimes, it's painful.
But do you think, sir, this post was directed at you?
I wouldn't hear. Because you see, it is buttressed by what was on the WhatsApp group that I was on. There is another article that appeared in the Herald.
At the time.
The same day. Manasseh Azure then posted that I should be dismissed. Orchestration. Na me say asem no emma wachia. Ye money duani awia. Asem no ye mfansi ha ebe matching. Ye ebe money duani awia.
No, Inti, you are convinced in your heart of hearts, say the whole thing was contrived, it was orchestrated just to get Boakye Agyarko out of office.
Look,
to achieve what? Now you're doing.
Ukas ye no srekwa. Ukas we are say wona me obi na pe wase.
Dabi.
Ukas obi na pe se wote console ye.
Asempa FM.
Ukas onkrofo nya omo ma won free console ye. Me di ho.
And you believe, sir, it had nothing to do with any corrupt agreement you negotiated for this country.
What was the
agreement that was supposed to benefit you to unimaginable level?
Se me committee no ho, me nsa committee no mo. Then I could be manipulating the committee. Look at the members of the committee. How is the agreement going to benefit me? How? You see, don't let our imaginations run wild. Agyarko pe president didn't yebe say no. Don't let your imaginations run. That is what is implied in what you've read.
Sir, personal ambitions now many deal with him.
Yes.
In now person build a war chest. Edibe executive presidential campaign.
Worcester build their free.
From the agreement you sent to cabinet and later to parliament.
Let not your imagination run wild. If it was me sitting in the committee and directing and so on and so forth, I never sat in their meeting even once.
Asempa FM.
Not even once. They negotiated this thing over 8-9 months, back and forth. Edu baby no egui the Metcalfe, they walked away. We had to plead with them to come back. Say if it was to benefit me, I can come met naturally among for other people na negotiations. Say if it was to benefit me, commit naturally. Others. Negotiations.
So that's what the president wanted. The president wanted a committee to be set.
Yes. Yes. So the fact that I'm not even in the committee means I don't have leverage over what is going on.
But is it also the case, na omanpenyi a woni ne adwuma na onye woni? Didn't he trust you?
He has to answer that.
You think he didn't trust you?
He has to answer that. I trust him. I trusted him.
But you don't trust him now?
Well, I don't have a relationship now.
A relationship with the president?
No, I don't.
Somebody you were campaign manager for?
I have, look, people get married for 30 years and get divorced, don't they? I have known presidents since 76.
76?
Yes.
In the case you don't have a relationship, I mean, you say you are not on talking terms. Monkasa.
Oh, of course, we don't.
You don't talk.
Yes, or time. But we've learned to go, media, I've learned to move on and go my separate
Your
way.
separate way.
Because at the end of the day, that is what life is. Me, I will never let anybody bring me so low as to hate him. I don't hate anybody. But there comes a time when circumstances make it that
Asempa FM.
you go your way.
You have to move on.
You have to move on.
And for now, as far as your relationship with the president is concerned, you've moved on. We're moving on.
Yes, because
The last time you spoke with him here, Daben, you don't remember, I suppose.
Not even I have not spoken to him over the phone.
Over the phone, not even over the phone.
No.
Not to talk of face to face.
Face to face once.
Before,
Over a year ago.
Over a year ago. Before the communication, neighbor say or relieve you off your post, no? How was it done? Face to face, through a letter, through a mail?
No. I was called by the chief of staff.
Chief of staff, Nefrel.
Yes, and said that the president said he can't work with me again. I said that's fine. Then I moved.
President Ankasa and Frel.
No.
Only one Kasa won.
No.
Would you be surprised? I kind a copy of letter which is supposed to have been from the president to you. Ebe yon wawa.
Enye me ngonga.
Say me nye a copy of sa letter.
Enye me ngonga.
Let me see if this is exactly the letter of Mampenyi de Mawa. It's dated 6th August 2018. Dear Minister, I had hoped that we would have been able to meet face to face for me to inform you of the decision I have taken on this Ameri matter. It appears that that would not be possible. Given the current state of event, however, I have no option but to publicize this decision without that prior personal contact. I have decided to relieve you of the office of Minister for Energy with immediate effect. I do so with great regret and in full recognition of the considerable contribution that you have made hitherto to the progress of my government. I hope that in future, despite your understandable disappointment, I will still be able to count on you as we attempt to achieve our common enterprise of enshrining the values of the Dankwa Dombo Buzia political tradition in the body politic of our nation. I'm therefore asking you to hand over your office to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu, who would act temporarily in your stead. Once again, many thanks. Signed, or say yours sincerely, was signed another Dankwa for the President of the Republic, copied Mr. Boachi Ejakon Accra. When the letter was from the President.
Let us even assume that it is. What does it say about America?
Yeah, it says, I had hoped that we would have been able to meet face to face for me to inform you of the decision I have taken on this Ameri matter.
Fine. President said he hoped we would
meet you face to face. Yes.
No phone call came. The only phone call that I received was from Chief of Staff to communicate. Say, President says he can no longer work with me. I said, fine. Okay.
And since then, no other discussion has gone on.
No.
In the misgivings or whatever about a married deal and into it's not a decision. Only when you home come up.
No.
You don't know about it.
No. What do you mean you home come up? Look, at the end of the day, I had a very close personal relationship with the president. Even if I had done something wrong, Wachibra. This is the situation. How do you explain it? You give me a call.
Yeah.
Wachibra.
Asempa FM.
I've worked intimately with you for over 10 years. So even if I had done something wrong, you pick up the phone and say, Boachi, I need to see you. Explain this to me.
Prior to this time, no, you had met him on other issues. I'm not having a discussion, no?
Yes. I was very intimate with the president, discussing a whole lot of other things.
Okay.
But not this one.
And you expect that tradition will continue?
Well, the thing is that only Obiwa relationship it establishes its own paths and patterns. Not so?
Yes.
That is not what happened. But that's if that was his choice, that's his choice. I don't begrudge the president 1 minute at all.
You think he wasn't briefed on all the facts before taking this decision?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know. You see, at the end of the day, he is the executive authority. It is within his. He didn't even need anything to say. Put the position down. It's his. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's his.
But I get from the first paragraph of this letter said they had made overtures to want to contabase bi omo anya o ana.
Omo anya me even.
Na so we first paragraph am kan here.
I
had hoped that we would meet face to face. But it seems it is not possible. It appears that would not be possible.
Well, let's leave it as it is. I didn't get any, apart from chief of staff. I didn't get a call from anybody. I didn't. The chief of staff is the only person I spoke to.
Who called you? Wow.
In fact, I was burying my cousin in Jamasi.
And a communicated decision to you on phone.
No, to come.
To come to the Jubilee House.
And I miss you. Well, okay, whatever it is. So I left the funeral and came to Accra and went to see her. I had to cut the funeral out and come to Accra. She communicated the decision to me. That's fine.
Because of the public conversations at the time, I didn't expect it. Say there you would have to take the fall.
Look, my father taught me something. The day you take a position, or an appointment, that very day you should write your resignation. Yes. Be man enough to walk away from any situation that doesn't sit well with you. I can tell you that 25 years at the Bank of New York, I had my resignation letter in my briefcase every single day. The minute I entered government, I was ready to get out any day.
Any day. So why did you wait for you to be fired in this case?
That is another conversation we can have. People will tell you that the intention to leave government was right at the beginning. But you see, sometimes things get in the way. Passion to serve your country. My loyalty to Akufo-Addo to see him succeed. It blinds you to a lot of things.
A lot of things.
And as hopeful as human beings are, hope springs eternal.
Yes.
Asempa FM.
You keep on until it gets to a point where you either leave or you're fired. For me, being fired is nothing. If you live in an American culture, firing is the norm. In my vice presidency at the Bank of New York, I had to fire over 300-400 people. It's a difficult thing to do, but it's a must. Right? So, me fana say, obi na amu ejuma. Whatever reasons that the person has,
Asempa FM.
they can take their job back. And you, as the employer, must stand ready. That is what my father taught me. And that has always been my practice.
Been with you.
Been my practice.
In the president letter, Honorable Okasa, I hope that in future, despite your understandable disappointment, do I get the feeling, sir, the president had known at this time, say now why you're disappointed? Because I hope that in future, despite your understandable disappointment, okay, in Wayno would probably be after someone Saka letter Wayno, he hopes you would be disappointed. and he would understand the facts why he disappointed. I will come to the bit, say, on the second letter, when were you actually disappointed? But say, I hope that in future, despite your understandable disappointment, I will still be able to count on you as we attempt to achieve our common enterprise of enshrining the values of the Dankwa Dombobuzia political tradition in the body politic of our nation. Say, endo mampenyi efa phone frel. Say, buache jako me pesa uko land and natural resources, me pesa uko Ministry of Agric, me pesa uko Finance Ministry. Would you accept it? Obey.
I am pursuing my own presidential ambition, for which a lot of people, kicked against right from the beginning. I will not abandon it to go and do any other thing else.
Oh, okay. It is here you are engaged on your presidential.
Look,
ambition.
I am focused on what I have to do for myself and for my nation. So, that's my focus. Sometimes what we are holding soon, na nye ubi fair. So, na nye ubi fair. You move on.
It means because presidential primaries, no, is somewhere 2023 or maybe 2024.
Maybe.
And you have a year, a little over a year. That is enough time I'll be to serve in this government.
Look, if I cannot give something 100%, I will not do it. My father once again taught me, things done by halves are never done right. Right? Minkotna, minko jobi adwuma e man no 50%. Na me so me nye 50% me de. Na adanko dada de esisi ya bem. If this is my focus, let me give it 100%. Whatever I do in life, I commit myself 100% to. Timinkoye motro modo matry no.
Okay. You want to focus now on the presidential?
Yes. That is where I am, and that is where my focus is.
Baba, is it a realistic dream? Say, Ubit Maba be a flag bearer of the NPP. You've tried it once. The result wasn't that good.
Am I not deserving
of
being a flag bearer of the NPP?
You are.
So why the question of?
No, the fact that you are deserving doesn't make it realistic. Depending on the circumstances.
That is where you start from.
Okay.
Are you worthy? That is where you start.
I think you are.
No, that is where you start from. Are you willing to work for it? Do you know how many times President Kufuor had been working on what cultural OD 17?
Asempa FM.
And on the two so your president Obedi. And he's lived his life like that. And the man beat the streets to get to it. President Akufo-Addo. He worked assiduously to get to it.
Yeah.
Right? What prevents me, if I am worthy,
to work
assiduously at it? There are no guarantees in life. I don't want any life that has guarantees. It must be a life of effort and struggle. And it is in that you see what you have attained. Mpenyibu baby say, Ochin, also wa amre na udia enye de.
The also ye adwuma.
I was so ye adwuma.
And would you say adwuma wo hia say obeye to be flag bearer no? E ade a wo betimi aye.
Recall that I worked very hard for Akufo-Addo.
See, what do you feel saying?
It is 66.
66.
Yes.
And say way anko ye cry, you still keep on.
I don't know. I only focus what is
what is now. And none of the ABR at the end the second bit of your interview and away from energy ministry and ade because I person be president I will say BBC when so ade I person we ma on me and I feel the passion in you when you speak about this country. You name the problems confronting our country. Youth unemployment is a major problem.
Yes.
The issue of flooding in the capital city and some of the other big regional capitals is a huge problem. Currently, Ebiaka said your party is bedeviled with some serious challenges in terms of the management of the economy. And as energy minister, now you're part of the economic management team.
Yes, I
was.
was.
On your part. As an economist, as a finance person, then you have an idea as to how to run a country and run it well. You want to become president of this country. You share with the economy. Baby, our economy ni wusi a day now obey differently to get us out.
Look, the economy is not in a good place. That is the first admission we have to make boldly. And we have to put a plan that calls for a collective sacrifice. I was a Ghana for United States. Baby, I drew no. Just say you're boy a boss. And you see, it's going to involve pain. And we must communicate to the rest of the country that we will also bear the pain. We will share the pain with them.
Yes,
that we will share the pain with them. Let me give you a few examples. Jerry Rawlings, he was a master of that. He made you feel that he was in the boat with you. And sink or swim, he was with you. Right? And in the cigarette or no kakra na other ranks or no much or no much no much or check a cra no the man so chumbi. And so on or no so the amount no chakra.
Nina communicated bibi.
Communicated his look. He used to drive in the Eastern Corridor. The car loaded with sardine, corned beef there. Or drew Kongoma settlement. No ejina. Ya nearby near two sardine no corned beef. No I trans no I did no sir.
When he was head of state.
Yes. He communicated that I am with you, however low it is. So that is the first mindset we have to create. That whatever it is, we are all in it together. We have to take our public financial management very seriously. Unfortunately, we don't.
This government has not done that.
It's not just this government. The whole nation, right from its beginning, has not taken its public financial management very seriously. How is it to say, since 1961 to date, there are only 3 or 4 years that we have budget surpluses? Yet we continue. How? In 1961, when Bedema warned that our foreign exchange reserve situation was so dire, we had to impose controls. Nkrumah said no. FD Coker no didn't buy. FD Coker came and read the budget as if it all was roses. Yet the Adamko Dada do sa near the Abidri and Pempenswe. In finance, they teach you that you can hide things in your P&L. Eventually, you can hide things in your accounting. Eventually, your P&L will show you up. We are at a situation now where your diagram here to you. Right? So what do? We have to psych the nation for the difficulties ahead of us. We have to take our public financial management very seriously. right? And we have to take our responsibilities as citizens very seriously. We have to shed this mindset to say, "Obi wo baby a obeba be ya man." In that is called the road to serfdom, the road to slavery. So in tandem, we have to do all of this. We have to admit, say, we are living above our standards. We either come down or double up to live those standards in true form.
What can public finance management? Are you saying, say, the cost of running Ghana is too much now? And was he taking drastic measures to reduce our costs now?
No. A public financial management meaning how we manage our resources, right? How we account for the management of our resources.
No?
There be a Auditor General in Sembepi. What happens to it? What happens to those findings?
Asempa FM.
Right? In Zimbabwe, when it was Rhodesia, ministers drove in their own cars. Uber officer, then there is a four-wheel drive, almost off-road. Then there's a driver to take you around. When you are going home, they park the car, and then you take your own car home. When it became Zimbabwe, every minister was given 3 cars, one of which had to be a Mercedes saloon. Same country. Nothing had changed. But look at what had happened. We have to also make sure, say, the private sector, which is your
engine of growth,
or the path to development, is taken seriously. So no, it should no longer be platitudes. Or say ye bibia a binding near siso or prakwe muama or more entrepreneurial spirit no. Monko primra.
So far, we said
Debbie. And it's not just this government, all the past governments.
One of the things you would want to change.
Yes. You see, all governments want control.
Yes.
And if they open their fist at my private sector, they've lost a lot of that control. Right? They must have control over employment. They must have control over this. They must have control over. We have to let go those feelings. Minim sa o kai time one import licensing. Intention was to manage foreign exchange reserves, but in the end, what did it have? It was a tool for people to make money. It was a tool for people to show that they had power. Those are the things we need to do. All the literature I'm reading now clearly point to the fact that 2023, end of this year to 2023, the world is going to go through a major recession. Maybe even a stagflation. Stagflation is worse than recession.
Yeah. So we need a new paradigm.
We should be sitting now and saying, what are the plans to mitigate, not to run away from it, but to mitigate? How do we prepare the minds of our citizens to adapt themselves to what is coming? How do we let Ghanaians know, say, assembly beba, neba, enyan say netie nti e wo say yeso ye lie low. When there's a storm, you run to the bunkers. It's like a disaster preparation. That is what this nation ought to be doing now. All in the past, we live day by day. Henceforth, there must be a lot of forward planning, right? As to how this nation can survive and more than survive. So those things are staring us in our faces.
And I say,
Debbie, look, I'm reading the preparedness plan of some of these countries for what is coming. The U.S. Fed is having a special meeting in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or something, to look at what their response ought to be
to that possible recession.
Yes, they brought all these because I'm a member of the American Economist. Yeah. They think say I'm American and between you know
they be on second bills.
Yes, open invitation. Obi Anfana Junimra. Because we are going to discuss this matter.
And we have not started any
and papers are flowing. I read some of the papers. If you are in Tiase, mathematics and so if you don't want to meet Tiase, but the bill ha, who say a culture and a beer, one be no. But it's all preparation nonetheless. What I'm saying is simply this. That we as a nation must always be forward looking. Yes, that's true. But that doesn't mean that you cannot have reserve teams and powers to look beyond today. It's a failure to look beyond today that brings us down most of the time.
But currently, we are. Yes, even before our recession, we are in the middle of a crisis for now. Food prices are skyrocketing and all of that. Government has sought to, mitigate and also lay the blame on some of the external factors, i.e., the COVID-19, obviously, and Russia-Ukrainian war and other. But critics of this government are saying no. I mean, even before all of these events, indicators na ateki as starting nose dive. And where do you stand on that?
Look, managing national economies is a tough business. Yes, it is true that external factors will play a huge role, especially if you look at Ghana. We are called a small open economy, meaning say the factors are impacting largely external. Our degree of openness is about 80%, right? If you take a country like the US, their degree of openness is about 15%. It means 15 almost factors are affecting is only up to 15%. Ours is about 80%. So we are at the mercy of the vicissitudes of the world. That is a given. It doesn't help any flogging that dead horse or blaming Ukraine. That is why forward planning is important. That is why you plan for resilience. Me anta oti akutue oka kire ne say Russian Ukrainian war entina ne banchi ayebu onte wasida obegin so wabro nsam bi because it's beyond her comprehension. So is it with many people. So what do? government is trying very hard,
Asempa
bravely, to mitigate some of these things, right? But is that mitigation enough? And are we even forward looking? Are we a crow down now? Now I also be me a crow because yeah. Are we taking the hard decisions, right, to get us out and look forward?
And those hard decisions should include maybe going to the IMF.
Look, I have never been a fan of the IMF. And Crawford said, I call IMF 17 times, and they haven't developed us. That is not the task of IMF. It is not to develop anybody. The developmental task is the World Bank. IMF is a separate. IMF is like a policeman.
Okay.
Looking at the global financial stability. Those who are not behaving properly, under Article 4. So, a Krobia under Article 4, consultation with the IMF. And when they find out, one who say, we will mobre here, near Chuaso. And the IMF, yes, almost a boam will develop. Almost a brebia will bar ensem fatan. As a schoolmaster, you're the tableau air toso. I'm That's all the IMF does. Surveillance for. So we have a development agent there. No World Bank.
It is a young World Bank where we've got into.
Well, the thing is, World Bank so young konokwa. Young konokwa. A day and now they call World Bank. A day and some now call World Bank. A day and she said now they call World Bank. World Bank for no omni IMF for no so kasa.
Yeah.
So no. Enti wo call World Bank for development assistance. And was say Oko in the fashion. Womu say, oh, bo breye nansu. Bibinti.
That's a honey away, and I honey away.
Well, COVID over my 1 billion.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, that's a lot of money. How did we use it? How did we use it? Parliament
yeah, the finance minister is here to account on Enko account here.
Well, Ukasa was so unqua. Do this come on onte. So these are the little things we need to put. But first and foremost, they decline party. Young Kasaya dream. Any of mine, it was said, Obitimi Kenyan yen.
Asempa FM.
Amma ya homene so. Se asamwa to yen nanso. Hwe amama aye akesi nyina no. It is out of adversity. Asam to omo. No mo ababoso ama won homene so. Se ye be peja ama ye man ayeye. You need to psych this nation. So we psych nation so just a would no crachere wom. Just a woman who say ampa. Oh tema. Ampa, your skin is in the game. Ampa, only ye na wo from wa. Oti ye brase. Also sacrifices no ubeye bia mayen. Wanye ne sa omo nyiwu ni niwachi da. I always cite the example of Jerry Rawlings. Omamai muni nyina gidi se tokro mu kura oni ebewura. Entine na chidi no enhye da nyedin. So, a chire ansa na nkrofo say akwa we say na bibi wom. So those are the things we need to do.
Okay, I'll come to the issue of youth unemployment afi ahwe flooding and so na afi ye wie ba before that mama nka it for some ne honorable Boachie Jakon and aiding komo oye NPP flag bearer hopeful and a former energy minister of the Republic of Ghana. But when him say your Financial Services Limited be your from TF Financial Services Limited. Me patch almost me fan to him. Now you assume that ye mami any demo. So we a government worker. And as I want to oje salary every controller and accountant general's department. Ebi we a nurse, we a doctor, we a teacher, we a civil servant. And as we a Juma Ghana Police Service, or Ministry of Defense, or GRA, or Greatco. And we a private institution be a here financial support. Edi ama wejuma ye for. Michelle. Here sike bia de ahwe wejumem. What the supply order be and now say here sika edi ayi bibi here papa me pa chaw. For when it's TF Financial Services or more the best loan package tailored to meet all your financial needs. When you here deposit be your loan product name so about with very competitive rates. Now a sign of flexible terms of payment. Fraying CCR 0202 026 119 0202 026 119 and at 0555 224 040 0555 224 040. You was 0202 026124. Your head office no not height Independence Avenue. That's Accra, a branch no Kokomlemle opposite NDP. One head office a Wokokomlemle here, traffic light a what's here, Okoha Ubehu yen office na ewo. Your website a tffinancial.com.gh. Any bra TF Financial Services na beji loans na yamau easy way to pay back. TF Financial Services, yes, we can. Cities and Habitats rent to own. It's under the planned cities extension project. In fact, I must say, more the best of progressive and flexible ways of owning your home in Ghana. You can rent to own a 2, 3, or 4 bedroom house or beachfront villa in the new Accra city. Cities and Habitats rent to own at a price you can afford and at a pace you can pay. Your website a newaccra.city. Koho and as a friend 0555 530 300 and as a 0577 911 101. Not only in cover the planned cities extension project shaping Ghana's urban future. And when I die, I will be rented. Now later, Baba, I will die. It's an unbelievable offer. The moment it's out of home, ebe shame. Na baby etime akoye amount. Bell chill and win promo nso ye guso den adofnom emua ye de brutal men Canada. Na omuchiremu a 2022 the year man na ye de amount. In the Bell Chill and Win promotion, there was a way and say, Oto in products, your product be brave, Tamarinda, Bell Cola, Puka, Big Boss, Squeeze, Breeze, Bell Malt, and more. Oto, just remove the label, fashion envelope. When you have 20 labels, now they say envelope more. Now actually, Udine contact the Gusto Fato, Ofakoja Bell Beverage Depot, be an accredited distributor, be our Ghana. Na more moving the highest entries automatically you win fantastic prize in the Bell Chill and Win monthly reward draw. I be announcing on TV, radio, and on social media. Prizes in those your furniture, home appliances, hampers of Bell product, shopping vouchers, and a grand prize of a Kia Picanto. Bell Chill and Win. Everyone is a winner. So help us out Timun Semia for 0544 335 800. T's and C's apply. Bell Beverages, refreshing the nation. Now SME smart loans so about now we a CBG and a day about say if you've been wondering how to get a quick SME loan to grow your business, stress no more. CBG is here to offer you a collateral free SME smart loan with comfortable monthly repayment terms. With our SME smart loans, you get up to a huge 400,000 Ghana cedis. Oh yes, 400,000 Ghana cedis. It's true, and it's happening. You know, in the bra, na ye tailored SME loans. Also bra, ne bra beje wodi na BBN to me. Ever say I'm free business advisory services. Na BBN to me akoye ɛde ama wo wei yɛhia collateral bia yɛhia securities bia oba yɛbɛma wo loan ne bi kama ɛde kɔ CBG branch bi ɛbɛn wo na kɔkɔgye bi yɛwɔ 400,000 Ghana cedis a yɛde kyɛ kwa amanfoɔ nyemfa nkɔyɛ adwuma ne yɛama wo kwan mu watua ne nkakra it's really great. Terms and conditions apply. Ɛde hyɛ ne nso ɛma yɛn CBG ɔse we stand with you wobɛnom nsuo nso a ɛyɛ awake purified drinking water. Kai sɛ yɛne honorable Boakye Agyarko ɛna ɛwɔ studio ɛdi nkɔmmɔ na yɛnkan mo messages bɛɛ mmiɛnsa bi na afei memra ne hɔ na yɛmfa the final 2 issues ne wrap up ne yɛn sorry. Good afternoon, Obi. My name is Matthias and I'm watching you live on Facebook. I would like to thank Honorable Agyarko for giving us great insights into the state of our energy sector in Ghana. He's doing a great job. He appears to be knowledgeable in every aspect of the Ghanaian economy. There is no doubt that he's competent to lead the NPP and Ghana for that matter. We say, Obi, I honestly doff my hat for Honorable Agyarko's intelligence. Please ask him in a few words, how can he demonstrate that all what he has said today is not merely lip service? Finally, doesn't he think contesting as the national chairman will be of great value to the party and some of us who love to see him lead? Glover Mafo, Ewa Saman Kese, NA or Chicago, Illinois, and Odiwe Airbrain. Okay. Let me see. We say, Obi, good afternoon. Honorable Agyarko, you can't work for yourself in Ghana without placing yourself to serve your political party in government when you are mostly needed. You don't turn down the opportunity to work to keep your party in government and expect the same party to endorse you to become president. That's an unprincipled stance and it doesn't glorify your bid. Pijero, all the way from Takrade and on the way Abba. And it's something in say I'll come to you for you to respond. The way say, Obi, you're doing a great work. My name is Alexander from Asante Achem. I love Boakye Agyarko for his boldness and loyalty to our great elephant party. We shall pay him back soon. Victory is near. Live long, Honorable Boakye Agyarko. We say, Obi, good afternoon. Please ask about Nana Asante Bedi Etuo and his involvement as well in the Ameri Innovation. That's one there from Nana. And that's from Aki Onuo Efia constituency. And Odiwe Abba. We say, good evening, Obi. The intellectual prowess of Honorable Agyarko is unmatched and must be given the opportunity by the NPP to lead the party and the country at large. Also, the hashtag Torino 2024. Kendrick Ewo Ablekuma South constituency. Torino near a nickname, Anna.
Old nickname.
Oh, near from Torino.
From primary school.
Torino.
Yes.
A football club or Italy.
A town.
It's a town. Now they now links be to Torino.
Italy, Obi.
Wow. Anyways, but that message about you not accepting to a role in your party whilst in government doesn't glorify your bid to become president.
There's a saying that they also serve those who stand and wait. They also serve those who stand and wait. It's not by being in government alone. And now the Sumo party and now woman. Secondly, honesty of service. Honesty and integrity of service. What the BBS when so? Now I call Odo Unsako Kika baby Motromodo as a wo ye as a one ye. Emwa Nipa Okasano. Intimenko Traben.
Asempa FM.
Na inse many be share a bang a juma 100%. Na many some baby.
Now when this time before from.
And what? Integrity of service.
Very important.
It's important. That is why Kufuor time no. O can say minister biya o pese o ko contest no. Fatwa eduma to nako.
And you expect same to happen now?
Well, I don't know.
But that would mean maybe the vice president also resigning because it's clear he wants the top job.
No, we can. If he chooses to resign, that's his choice.
Okay.
But we cannot force
him
it,
to.
because you see the mandate, the joint mandate with President Akufo-Addo, no, and yet MPP
And yeah,
for Nkwa.
MPP for Nkwa. Okay.
And we'll be violating the mandate or the choice of the non-MPP for of the Ghanaian people. And also you're right.
Okay.
So no I say me jaya jumana to ho
Asempa
akopre
FM.
we are. That's a different matter. But we cannot force him.
Force him to do
No.
that. But for the ministers, they
don't have a mandate from the citizens.
from the citizens. That's true. That's true. The bit about Nana Santi Bedi to role in the American innovation, then.
Me say asem no ema wo ma chia ye ma no due ni awia emre beba President Kufuor also vindication is in the womb of
He's in
time.
the womb of time.
Yenya butre.
But he signed the executive approval, yes?
He did, but yenya butre. So no. Asamwa ya kanu ebufuo so no. Enye. Enti na tete no se akodaya bonia. Yempreme ya mono on the spot.
Yeah.
Yesi e kofre wo fa beba no na ekoma ehuru ye ne abufuo ni nyina na adwo. Enti ye bo abofra no pa enye abufu hyew so ene ye de bo no. Ye eni se ye ka asem abufu hyew so. Enti me decide say ye ko.
And that's why you call match. In the abufuo bi asa akofo.
Enye hwe.
Because a lot of the things that you've revealed today through this interview, you know, they probably remind him.
Yes.
And you shouldn't have kept quiet on top of these.
Let me give you a few examples. Jesus Christ said, Pontius Pilate, are you the Christ? I didn't answer no.
And no one work no.
She could me perform miracles. Emma Pontius Pilate cry. Enzo nkoye sa enka ajenkwa nkoye nka menyewu.
Yeah.
That redemption would not have come. Bafo Sakuto. 2 events. So the Kumasi Central Prison. You need see people for hey. People are attacking and no shipped you. 10. Obi da form.
Bafo Sakuto.
Yes. And you both Sakuto Dimirika and no GTO free in some and no sign to no 7 Send it this year Bafo Sakuto Benyasem. Empareno. Bafo Sakuto Kruye. Nkruma tu na nisi Asante Hines. So na Nkruma tu na nisi ahemfo so. In fact, there's a book called Nkruma and the Chiefs. O tu na nisi ahemfo so no. Nenzaka ayo. Ochihine. Emma ye je the title or sajefo no free nsem e de man ho. Etwa na su betra da braka. Ofri ho no, the next match was Asante. Now omunim se ombetimi ama Bafo se akoto. Eyi Asante hinama. Nanka ono so de beye no. What's that be? Emma Asante hine kura etu ne free na jida kunya. Chief linguist ojina kunya. Bafo se min kasa. Bafo demu 6 years. Me papa call exile 7 years. Same related events. Kwese jakunyo nyani trimu didi because Krobedu say no oye juma man years ago. Or the new chab or no other than a car the no kucha boda. E ma me papa nya chance. E ko exile. Bafo de odemu. Ko bie na no anka Sante my boy. Okana no tum ye tu nkroma Asante my danase ye bo akunya kese butu akwa edemano
o kasa yanka party ne bebo
kan semu ebesi no
na sansem ne revelation kakra o dia be sansem ne be.
But you see it is not in the same heat
as that time
wo ehura wo ma no dwo
ansana
ebi a mekura no kamekasa Kenya papa. So Kenya papa.
But sir, if you don't speak out now, the pain will still be in you.
No, for me, it's the pain is not related to this at all.
To the Ameri.
No,
To some other issues.
there are other issues. But uye nipa, how long do you carry pain? Let it roll off your back. Because they're dawenim.
Yes, sir.
Esos hwe o de o hwe o nan a o 19 e de dechiri. O nan anim no
Tabo no ne da wanim.
tabo no da bia no e wosen.
The way chire no.
So the wo wanim no e na wo do ani si so. Forget what has happened in the past. Hey, Yaudie emwa obia. But uye nipa. Uye denya ebema wenya ahwe yiye bi.
Asempa FM.
Uye denya ebema hunu nipa bi so ne won ban. Eno so hu hia. First na nka obi a oni ebinom di agubi no. Say o se menya wa meyo ene madam ho so.
But when him say the Emma me busa we munyina say somebody just sent me a message say me busa Obi, kindly ask him why he was not heeding to the president directives to give business deals to people he ordered to come and see him at Jakon.
Why I was not
Heeding to the directives of the president and maybe people close to the president.
when I can't say president ma me directive be.
He didn't send people to come to you
He sends people to come
as
and
the Minister
see.
of Energy.
He sends people. He sends people to come and see me.
Yes.
You come, I review your matter. If it makes sense, fine. If it doesn't, no.
Really?
Adey. Omai
Against the wishes of the appointing authority?
Pacho. Omai ni echichiru. Enti. With the hypothetical. President is
Asempa FM.
tam Esla Sikano Famasimisia.
Now, Obaya, I know what.
Namatam.
That we say already and moon him, so obviously that one is not possible. And the president cannot make that.
No,
that,
you see,
that
no.
directive. But there are other ones the president can direct.
Like which one?
Like a contract which is available. Give it to Asumesi.
What does the rule say?
Sometimes through competitive bidding, sometimes single sourcing and all of that. They are all allowed in the rule.
They are all allowed. They are also single source. There are rules around.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yes. I'm working in public service. Huh? If I do anything untoward or wrong, nechina, you see, ebane say now ye na makojina ho say president. No, you have to protect the president. There's something in governance called plausible deniability. Huh? Niema bi wo ho a e wo so bo president no ho ban. Huh? Sebeya enkokan. And sometimes it means say or the order bi beba you any because e the assembly beba.
But we understand so you would be sacrificed. And that's what happened in your case.
It doesn't matter. Sure. Let me give you an example. If you read the Gulag, Gulag Archipelago, written by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Na Dr. B. Ono so ye prisoner. Comerons.
Asempa FM.
Ono na a share prisoners. Na omo other doctors ni omo ye niema pia ensem fata. Na Alexander Solzhenitsyn so enya cancer of the stomach. And he was also suffering from pellagra. Entipa no pe no timidi. Na machophobia omo ye prisoners no. Omo nam na prisoners pa no no omo fedi. And this doctor made sure say it wouldn't happen. He defied orders and he was killed. He was clobbered to death in the corridor. Commerence was clobbered to death. 8 men clobbered him to death for not doing the wrong thing. But that is what saved people like Alexander Solzhenitsyn. The doctor's bravery and in saying that we will not do the wrong thing. So sometimes, nokre eye baako pe. Edin so eye baako pe. Me kai se me call university. Ena me papa kwese eja ko frɛ me. Oseboachi say university ho no yesi ehu ehu. Ebra mo bo ho no.
Asempa FM.
Ehu pa. Na misro mimi din na wodi ko university ho. Eja ko no eye mimi din. Miso no eja ko no nye me din ye de maame. Nipa ye de meto no no. Obo ne brayie. Miso kwese eja ko me di me hu ni abo me brayie. Enti se wo ko university ho. Wo sa din no. Na wunim se onko bo brayie emodin ho ban amisro jedin ne to ho na fadin fofo. Wo de opa afro ho chaskele. Na ko tena university ho. Na bra wo mo bo ho no usuko bobi. But se eja ko din ne pa de a lai
Kobo brapa.
Kobo brapa. Edin seye enye din.
Yeah.
Edin seye enye din. Enye bibia ena odo yefno ebeje. Ena enye bibia so no yeye no hu so. Look, those who serve presidents best are those who are able to tell him no.
No.
Go and read the Gatekeepers. It documents
Asempa FM.
America almost serve as chief of staff. And why does it say this man is the best? This gentleman.
Obama's chief of staff?
No.
Okay.
Reagan's chief of staff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Nenim Damenim. Tall guy, Texan lawyer. He had the ability to stop presidents from making fools of themselves. Yet the directive no they are sharing no drone. But why haven't you acted on it? I said, I need to come and see you. A few days, no, they are prepared. Now, president, so one who say, BB, assembly B, or the assembly B, and will come and sit you down and calm you and tell you no, why it cannot be done. You see, sometimes it will mean self-sacrifice.
I hear James A. Baker.
Jim Baker.
Yeah.
Best chief of staff ever. Because he was able to stand in the way and stop certain president. Look, why did Nixon fail so miserably? Because he had a chief of staff who was a yes man. And to Nixon, did some phone Watergate now, yes sir. Here be a career. Sadiana enya. Nenye. Nibakro minim the president can say memfa bibi mo bi a man fa amano. Say idea any say ya I will go to the president and talk to him and say there are instances where I've gone to him. I'm what you say. And as I say a beer or no buy. And I had to tell him no. I didn't a president to see. He say I am not man. Or mine if it's not good,
it is not good.
It is not good. I'll tell you I won't do it, but I'll go to the president and explain to him why it shouldn't.
Honorable Wacheja, I wish we could continue. Honestly, now my views on the flooding situation in Accra and youth unemployment. But I would beg of you, sir, we'll defer those to your next interview. Now that you've made it clear, say you want to pursue your presidential agenda, no? We would have enough time to talk about our country, Ghana. And then now a lot of the focus were energy ministry and your time there and all of that. We'll find some of that time after you're going to some of the other areas. And maybe I'll give you the time now, one my final concluding comments. Now, your interview, na baby here.
Yo, medawasi na dedi kan Ghana fo nyina mpanyin ne mofra nyina e wo se ete ase se bebia ye gina no aso man no etro na ye nyina anye pempen so na kro eni amre se ye gi oman na si year e be hwere look, there are no guarantees. Nankrofo na we de Nyankopon man, even Israel, that God said, I have chosen you for myself. He put them in exile for 400 years. Or chinwaso. And to me and who say we have to stand up and do what is right for our country. Work hard, because look, ye man who ye man chirima ye dan kwama. Enko bane se e china bino na ye chirima because say ye mpanyin for say o me ye bloody fool. Omo anyene ye ho. But I will say each generation must build a better future for the next generation. So no. I have a small poem I'm trying to refine.
Okay.
It says, yesterday is gone. Today is not perfect. If today were perfect, there would be no tomorrow. If today were perfect, there would be no tomorrow. But God, in his infinite wisdom, gives us a tomorrow so that we can begin to make more perfect things we couldn't perfect yesterday. I was saying, Ghana for we have to be forward looking, making tomorrow better than it is today. That is what the future theory, preference theory talks about. It says, tomorrow can and must be better than today. And we all have a responsibility in making it so.
In making it better.
So no. As for me, Kwesi Ejiakun etete. And those who know Kwesi Ejiakun will tell you about the impeccability of his integrity. Debia Wonier, don't let me be ashamed of the name. Because Bank of New York 25 years. Every year I face an audit. City of New York, State of New York, the Federal System, and Securities and Exchange Commission. 4 audits every year.
For 25 years.
For 25 years, there was never a year that I failed an audit. Never. And so say
and where dollars. Me
bailiwick, my account daily balancing was over $1 trillion every day. Daily transaction value. But never once did I fail an audit, not even an administrative audit.
Asempa FM.
Medi me kwesa. Die Nyankopon e di amame e dosun yi. To me fa bibi for me. That is the kind of things we need to be teaching our children and our future generation. We are humans, they are perfect. But every day we must strive. Nyankopon on judging like a ledger. He judges us on the generality. And he gives us an opportunity. Every day, every decision you make, you have a right to choose right and wrong. We will choose wrong a lot of the times. But in his infinite mercy and grace, or the chain, we have to keep it in our head, say, we should not be presumptuous of that grace. Otherwise, a cheap grace. Or no, or boy, no, yes, we are. These are the things we must be teaching our children in order to build this nation. It does.
Wow. Somebody just sent me a post, or say, Obi, ask him if this is what he said exactly. Or a headline, or say, we can't blame Ukraine-Russia war for the bad management of the economy. It doesn't make sense to my mother in the village.
That's not what I said. Me say I don't know more.
Okay.
But it doesn't. It will only no koka chire me kola.
Yeah.
Ana mamle. Ewo akumesua. Ontiasie. So we shouldn't be using those. The problem is here. Let's deal with the problem and take all these others out. That's not what I said.
Okay, very well. I think it was only fair, sir. We say, okay. Remember the near national collective special reception of his appointment? There is something about him that tells he is not only passionate, but a patriot. It is not difficult to tell people with a mind and metal. We're lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini and
Samson,
host of News File. Where some really good
last time I'm who nani grey ne ya haji.
This is
forward the mommy.
Martin for don't worry.
Ne kacha is ni grey me who na me yura ya ho.
No problem.
Akwa fine man pa na we ya ho se me no.
Oh, that's also grey. Me
dey me jitum. Look,
me dey say papa.
Me what university na I started grade.
Oh, really?
No, but that's in the family.
Okay.
My father grade also grade na eyenkrofo hu. Enti yomo. Ofa no kwa.
Yomo sa.
O kapa ma hu se. But me they like the grade.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
It's okay.
It looks good.
It's okay.
All right, that's it. We'll talk again. Why? You best hear come here. That's it. Ekosi saying ne higher Sempa FM. Mamen Kaimo say the discussion segment no air to so lawyer George Opare Ado, National Youth Organizer of the NDC. Sound so ena yebenya honorable Aipei ewo studio ha ono a former MP Ayenswano constituency. Stay with us. We'll be back after this short break.
Undoubtedly, every day is the best day to express our love for our fathers and father figures. But on Father's Day, our appreciation must be exceptional. This Father's Day, Silent Night is presenting you with an incredible opportunity to present your father or father figure with an unforgettable and enduring gift. As our fathers age, their muscles begin to lose mass and weaken. Frailty sets in, resulting in joint pains, body aches, muscle stiffness, and ultimately, sleepless nights. If your father or father figure lives with chronic body and back pain, a Silent Night luxury orthopedic mattress will significantly ease his pain and give him the sleep of his dreams. Throughout the month of June, purchase a Silent Night luxury orthopedic mattress at a massively discounted price from any Malcolm store and make a difference in the life of your father. Your father sacrificed a lot for you. It's time to show him your love and appreciation. Take advantage of this outstanding offer and reward him with a Silent Night luxury orthopedic mattress. He will richly bless you. This offer is available at all Malcolm stores throughout Ghana. Silent Night outlets in Accra, Kumasi and Tamale, and online at silentnightgh.com. You can also reach us on 050-1529-938 or 055-76-32601. The numbers again are 050-1529-938 or 055-76-32601. Silent Night. Sleep like never before.
Now what kind of bomb pluma no patutu
I am a chan chukudi papi Joe. Bra, I don't know cause na accident no eleni access and goofy abasasa.
Sika sementio.
Oh brother, want to amaje fonka. Omo toka any accident. car say car copy mamma watinka enimu bium no wo frɛ omo a omo ba beto car no de akɔ omo shop no masiesie ne kama e de ama wo pese wo ton wo car say registered and unregistered fabra na omo beton ama omo di asesa a ye friend no car swapping omo siesie air condition and installation wo pese wo pempe wo car
ebe chanchuku wo no bro for sem
ane pentuala pe ahoma le call one na open na wo cars na aka se car na pe mama na chia bedi nanim kra tuntum mirika na frɛ amaje na mo ba beton no sisi a afenso wonim omo ton sase a no board da form enti ope osi adan papa frɛ amaje automobile and real estate company ope omachira akwan a omo wo White Cross Goil filling station weja kaswa kwantempon no so wo telephone number 0599 022 441 ana 0599 080 898.
See, imagine passe. We driver ni no load passengers. Anaso ni abusuafo etukwan. Na naju de suoma kwantimfi otai ka adwo. Na we hosem. Enimu achocho. Anwe yempa na konferenfo ato ahye wo so. Asem ye hu pa. Ema bi ntoda. The senti na poncha save aba. Na poncha save etumi sili over 100 punches. Odi gu nso a eya febo. Enwo hia so betutai no. Enu nti transport companies, taxi drivers, truck drivers, cars akese nyina. Ohia poncha save yibia. Ubenya bi wo OMV and Sans Company Limited. Wa crack kokom namely. Omo no mo so distributors. Omo ni Joy FM. Ene die no hwe. Frɛ 0595756449 ana 0302246550. Poncha save. We save you forever.
Freshman capsules, a one memon pomuding, fresh cool capsules, a yema cuckoo,
fresh lady capsules, a woman maumutsia or mufichukum.
Name or painful or buy one more menu for now for that when you feel to me no come. From 0243 559 319.
FD Associate Judge and Cry to Mwaja to Mr. Aye.
Fresh products. Hashtag Bobra.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and brand ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life, supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike. EcoBank me damase.
Shy, cow than you.
Oh, say EcoBank, yeah, cruising.
Once you bet me a cruise, one casa okay. Esani EcoBank Auto Finance Packaging T. Koyen cardless a hudu PI no one year juma baby. Ye ka dawa kumaso. Say a new car, say yes second hand. Why your mouse special discounts. EcoBank side and she share pabe boa with your car no kenyina. Your mount interest rate and from cry, ebe bring when so. Oh, so when your accounts were EcoBank and money how cry. Sa kwenye da homo bia. NTN so saka no da ekeke. Abebwe Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa EcoBank in Krabata Bebia Nebusa EcoBank Auto Finance Package. Esi kakra wo ho. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Sweet darling,
my beautiful baby.
Hepa Plus mixture ya ebusinya num ebusinya immune system a. Abusumi pini obia enya ready. Tia siemedo.
Tie, Hepa Plus mixture enya dwuma ebeye no nipadua ni mo no. Afa kura na ebeye nwanwa mo. Aduro ye ma ye general well-being. Ebusua pomden hu hia me yie. Esne bibia. Ebusua wota nom Hepa Plus mixture no. Won sesika hospitals. Wo save e dia de foforo. Entime ma no mpafie ha.
She, wo ye Hepa Plus husband.
Radio Hepa Plus husband. Enya won so beye Hepa Plus wife. Na bono. Hepa Plus mixture. Apen for about more money for one kwada we ni Dumie ka ho e pharmacies chemical and herbal shops at phone for 0542 778 572 and 0549 297 463. Hepa Plus mixer and my pomodina mapa.
FD Ashosha sa ejedi enkrato imu aja to Mr. Eye.
Irata Motors. Hey driver, you need brepa. Option as any so for esi kama esisi a.
Ati sa peka for my.
Mesra mo munya botre ma menka wo. E bia beje so. Ah, ya nya botre say.
Obua kra. You need on time.
Hey, Akingo. What's up? Oja, me battery nye. E na oil no so. Oil no so aye dey. Irata Motors Aquafa Speed Mate batteries. All sizes for all vehicles. And the Speed Mate oil. Onti, and one bejo person ya fo kwam. Amom duoduo wa. Wonim gu asese. Speed Mate oil no. E fully synthetic.
Ewunia, for Speed Mate battery mami. Na me from Komra Sesia. We are straight to Irata Motors. No copper Speed Mate battery and oil ni nyina.
And ye Irata Motors. And the accredited agents ni nyina. Ubenye bi from 0264 445 268 and 0263 136 700.
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie Samsung nie Nokia nie iPhone nie say your printers or mobile phone accessories Franco Trading Enterprise afa ono ani TV aya the satellite any ultra panels abomuma
Facebook say uko Franco Trading Enterprise page na say likes number 100,000 eyomwa eni omunidwa saso na www.francotrading.com Android app Franco Trading Instagram @Franco Trading na nipa body for dosunti Franco the Momo pay code number 189480.
Your branches on the Bebre Wagana baby Nemum head office on the Twaya Dabraka opposite Roxy Cinema.
Tema Franco Community 1 Water Works ne dianim here. Cycle opposite Odor Rise. Madina 100 meters away from the police station. Kaswa Franco opposite Kaswa Polyclinic.
And now for your numbers in 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Fie. And you're not going.
LPG I am from a jar and hotse nanso se ehobeti amawa agise wodi edi dwuma yi ansa na wo beso wujano hwea na hwe se mframeja ho nka biara enje ho se wote mframeja ho pampana buebue apono ne mpoma no nyina eba ne saa a menso ana menum biara edi enyinam ahoden eye adwuma dundum eja biara a waso wo ho na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwɛ mawo fa semina nsuogu mframeja tontruwa no ano se wo ehuro a naturally se etue ampa ta ehwe se droban na etwe mframeja no hu ntue na ta sesa droban no acha apreko mfie mienu biara echi hwe se abri biara wo be soja no wo bepa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove hwe se mframeja ne ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfandi dwuma biara nkratuo yi Free National Petroleum Authority aswe
Ohima, afidie, mini trotro view.
Ade wenye sikapoduo bi ana.
Share Bell Chill and Win promo. Me Bell Cola, Puka, and a Tamarinda Chileno. Na me cruise o me Kia Picanto e mono chiao no.
Sassing.
Bell Beverages say, a Bribia Roberto, favorite Bell Beverage, say a squeeze, Bell Aqua Active, Big Boss, Bell Breeze, Bell Malt, and the Kikaho. Ye washes so the entire Honobay 20. Fashion envelope move for DNO contact Kaho. Nafako Bell Beverages Depot, and our distributors are more memoir fanabe beer. And no one. Na customers are entries dorsano, won't be ya Chedi Bebre, Ebony TV, fridge, a demon yema bebre, shopping vouchers, Bell product hamper, and na price get Siena Gasa a Kia Picanto, our Bell Chill and Win promotion yimu.
Hey, and your Bell Beverages here, dear boss.
For 0544 335 800 and 0544 335 900. Najihumwa yepi. And the social media at Bell Beverages. I think so. Bell Beverages. I will Jumia Ghana so. FDA agitated kratoi atom.
Hey! Akwasi hwade ujafo ena ne car engine ewuo ya esi wodro so fitting shop wo no
bra enyo ne kamfu si horse engine oil man no oge na ne ekyen PSA bra me na masam ni o akrabato yakasa se seahorse engine oil no ene wo special additive a ehuru engine mu e ma ne che
ne dwun ho wonte
na via de akra ene me ne e ka ba fie na me fa
the whole world open quality engine oil seahorse ene wo so say private cars taxis commercial and heavy duty trucks
enu ti no me kanfo seahorse 15W40 and 20W50 ama drivers ene ka wona fo nyina
afi motorbike aboboya ena pragiafo no mumu de mu hia eye seahorse special 40 eno ena riders and mechanics e wo se mo use you
unua no kwe wo mni say seahorse product ena ye papa ane bonso e wo form
semi frimu fia e free na kro seahorse engine oil kwa na begu me car engine mu ene fra seahorse for 0244 577 559 and 0240 800 007 seahorse products
enua
Hey, it's me pan and then me kita mi amike. EcoBank, me damase.
Shy, cow than you.
Oh, say EcoBank, yeah, cruising.
Once you bet me a cruise, one casa okay. Esani EcoBank Auto Finance Packaging T. Koyen cardless a hood PI no one year Juma baby. Ye ka da wakumaso. Say a new car, say yes second hand. Why your mouse special discount. EcoBank side and she share pabe boa with your car no kenina. Your mount interest rate and you boa from cry. Ebe bring when so. Oh, so when your accounts work EcoBank and money how cry. Sa kwenye da homo bia. NTN so saka no da keke. Abebwe Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa EcoBank nkrabata bebia nebusa EcoBank Auto Finance Package. Eshishare kakra wo ho. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Asampa, upa asampetia, utuni radio upa odem 94.7. Asampa FM, oh yeah, do papa. Asampa FM, everywhere you are. Asampa FM, everywhere you go. Asampa, hey, Asampa, hey. All talk all day.
94.7 Asempa FM, all talk all day. We need your say bonsu from Yobi. Ekosi Saint Jumedi no asugusu awuti ebeda mu nyina sema twen yen amaya call assign so ababio make us a lawyer George Opare Ado ono eye former MCU we Kriapem North ene oye the National Youth Organizer Edema NDC wabekansa e studio ha sound so and honorable Aipe a former MP e wo Ayensuano constituency in the eastern region of Ghana on also a studio ha. Let me do this birthday wish quickly. Nafi Ian Twaswe is a happy, glorious and a blessed birthday to you, Ferdinand Edu Eje, Inspector of Mines and Environment at the Minerals Commission in Takrade. May God bless your new age with all the great things your heart desires. The Lord increase you for greatness. Enjoy your super day, bro. Oswin NK Eje, or your assistant sales manager, Ewa Dum TV, and I know Edway Abba. To you, Ferdinand Edu Eje, happy birthday to you, and live to be 94.7 and beyond. Let me say a very big good evening to you, lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini, host of News File on Joy News and Joy FM, and a big good evening to you, Honorable Clement Apark, the MP for Bursa South constituency. Thanks to you for doing the listening. Ma mema ebejofoya kwaba na fe yentwaso eni enkomo. Good fellow day of Faye. Congratulations to you and your wife. So Mr. and Mrs. Ofay at the over the weekend no moto mo bedin nyame inshramo na inshrason konso edema mo ba Mr. and Mrs. Ofay. Congratulations to you both. Mami be your phone akwaba. Lawyer George Opare akwaba net saying.
Yeah, now from the lawyer too. Na bibi aboko.
Adom. Say bibi ekoyi.
Nyame de wa ne de akase kufu ado be mo man na siye. Man bu bonni ya yeti hu ya na ye hu de de ko. Ya hu to krokra na de ahoma hyemu.
Sa.
Menua. Nti no, nyame de wa ne de. Na me fa konya nso na me fa ema Papa Fuina, happy belated Father's Day, especially to His Excellency President John Mahama and I, National Chairman, Yera Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo. Now, Obibiara Egan and Nidia, man, happy belated Father's Day. You play a lot of roles, but and I say the streets were very quiet. Mother's Day, Anka. Why you promotions all gathered in our mom? I almost celebrating Papa for and so on. Some fathers are even more than. But all things being equal, but
I think largely, on social media at least, the enthusiasm was there. Then your bats out.
I'm sure next year and then the years ahead we'll do better. Remember, now I only idea. They are celebrating, man, but I'm almost celebrating.
Yes,
yeah,
you know. In a belated happy Father's Day to you, Chief Baine, Deputy National Organizer NDC, Chief Merchel Bibi Abokoa.
Can't go for fish, fish, no. Who's a ton fish? Or fuck it, I can see the right. Non for you be a Posnano.
Octopus. And the different squid, no.
Different squid, different calamari.
Charlie.
But in a group of those Ghana, dear, Posna. Goodbye, day.
Honorable IP, Aquaba,
Yania, Obi. Adom.
Maminchi,
I wait. Na, I mean, Chia, President Kufuado. Nabe de Chiba Omiani, the ministers, you know, the Tonabo, a Jaconso. Yes. I mean, wishing you well in the campaign to become the
flag bearer of your party.
Yeah. Father's Day, we wish Father's Day happy. Maybe get a different view on the celebration of Father's Day. Now, as a Father's Day is a holiday honoring fatherhood and paternal bonds. Now, when I hear the Father's Day, he has defeated the purpose of Father's Day. Father's Day, day bia United Nations, especially in the US and in Europe.
Yes.
You say
Asempa FM.
Especially say you do because to age home. Nanema atune jeje. A man yin no wo fifia. Wo mafia mpo mehwe se na maame anane papa ho te den. Nti wo di debe to ho se. Ye reserve day no. Emma and recognize won agya no.
Okay.
Na agya no muso bi aye wo ho se wo mfa ma no ho. It wa mfa oba ho Father's Day do unrecognized. Obu o wa biribinti na nkasa entumi nwo ye. Nanso se wo nwo ye a obetumi agye obi ba. Obetumi akoju obusuani bi ba betumi akọ children home akọ adopt no wa hwe no. Inti Father's Day a day bi a restricted between oba ne agya. Enti sani ye the Father's Day no ye ma agya no na wonya won asede no won ani nya won yaw because onim say anya hwe no obi be fera wish na happy Father's Day.
In the enya selective.
Enya selective. That is the purpose of happy Father's Day. Eye me man e be fera wish me Father's Day. Eye obi ma eye parental paternal bond between the child and the father. And now na obi kura won't me won say me wish happy Father's Day. No. Father's Day, a woman near flowers, near a gift to be, near fro, near wish you, same as Mother's Day. Nagana's way celebrating in I said, you see, your Men's Day, a man, and we are mixing that we don't want to appreciate the difference between Men's Day and Father's Day. Men's Day, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, your Men's Day. Men's Day for all men. We were bow. When you bow, adopted or biological, we don't care. But Father's Day is either biological or adopted.
You should have
a child. For that child will recognize you during Father's Day.
And the same for Mother's Day.
The same for Mother's Day. It's in your Women's Day.
Of course.
For all women. And about me get potential father. What is the meaning of that? Potential father. Yeah, because I was man ko celebrate one papa was the potential father. And the moment you recognize. Na Emma awofuna when build when build do for it and then I be no one number ya dinu it's a feel coupon
me kura ne kotochi say the agaso bia we kura
but meaning say you can contest there
I have no interest baby I build you political
I have no interest.
Now say what contested that?
Okay, twice.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And the one you know.
And I miss it. Me fi ko touch it.
Oh, I know Krampo asem ka wonga build one political career ho. Na bi mu atena ayensia abra na what say we see one ko ho they should stop it. Baby I build you.
And that's all kasa from BBA or say one
experience.
Me can't dey to me
for. Me say o can say
no but what can you do you say on the contest.
And you no cry asem put na me can we jam. Okay. Me can general now we me say baby I will do no on ma yensu ya. Okay. And you asem
remember it don't worry.
And you asem na ye kan. Inti yes sir. Baby I build you political career no contestable.
And that's Pablo so on contest MPC primaries bill for now. It's off.
But they leave Parliament poor than they are in Parliament. Why would I?
Well, somebody did 2 years back now.
Oh, Obi.
Only 1 minute.
Obi and our Parliament peng. I guess you enter Esgracia.
No, I just
speaker can last week.
Oh no, the speaker defended Esgracia with passion.
MPs leave Parliament
poorer. Yes.
It's the truth.
That's a fact.
Obi leave Parliament after 4 years as an Abrabo.
Yeah, my mention.
But
majority of them who leave Parliament after 4 or 5 years, 8 years. But
is it because after Parliament
the pressure
you spend more than what you get? You spend more than what you get. I know Pahua would not career political. Some here professional person organization be to me I engage me. But of course oh baby
okay you are exposed.
But even the politicians who could be a bank account as well politically exposed. The processes they take you through. When you run bank they be account amount. It will take me 3-4 days
to open
for your background checks. It puts you in a very bad position.
Yeah,
very very bad position.
That's the other people almost in Parliament. Very good. My mention.
But is that not why maybe we should encourage people to build? And I think Kwabena Japan has been on this campaign. People should build themselves personally and professionally before especially Parliament.
Old men in Parliament.
Obi, our politics is vindictive. Yes, how would you build yourself when people like Kenneth Furata come and collapse your banks?
No, them saying in America.
They
make now you are a lawyer.
Leave you on paper.
If you decide to go to Parliament today, you leave Parliament, you can go and practice your law. Only will be any other.
How many people can be professionals? And how many people will come to Operado's court, even appearing before some judges as a lawyer?
MPs now your lawyers. When you court, when challenges are facing when they go to court. At the point that I'm honorable attaching, I decided not to go to court again. First, not to make a court to go as a man of our Parliament. And then of this, that's a Mondays I young, yes, I know court. And Papa Ushank, what I was talking to me, and now for Ufi Parliament. Also, I've set up an office. I'll then try to support the young lawyers by writing some of them. Say, well, me going to court again? I don't think it. You see, what to me go be? Maybe say
Judge Krabako Jojo.
My cousin here.
I tell you now MPs call court as Supreme Court. Why did they call themselves honorable?
Company be engaging me.
When the Supreme Court was asking them, why would you come and call yourself honorable?
In court.
So.
Me can Japan can there be an before say honorable can Japan
say munya businesses
no or say I will say yes MPs you take good care of them.
How? Well, apart from what we do for you now, what again?
What we do for us now is not enough. Me to me I can say cars now the money and loan
okay.
Yeah, because what MP in the car loan we are I can you.
In the ammonia are pool, no mama.
And your pool, we are not car. Office, not car.
But that's what
member
I'm saying.
of Ayensiano office.
Car. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
I also agree. Sending ever DCs. I also agree. That one.
If you're a driver, with your driver,
that one I agree.
Baba, who can say you agree? that is an extra cost.
Some
on the
cost analysis that is more expensive. When we say first, not parliamentarians, no more providing with houses.
Obi, the first parliament.
First parliament, and your first
houses or rent allowance.
No,
the mama war.
Yama dying out name. A buying dying. Okay, parliament dying out name.
But but that is the truth.
And yet, truth.
President
Fifth Parliament.
Sakumono.
And you
says I reunification of the capital. I was starting to talk about
Fifth Parliament. MPs.
MPs not down.
Obi. Fourth Parliament. MPs almost transferred. And your fifth parliament, yen time, and one of my answer them. That time, not current,
fourth parliament was for.
Yes. Oh, it's not true. Hey, my church, Obi. And your fifth parliament, and honorable Bagman. Oh, yes, speaker is saying, on and not or your majority leader. And also, why are research here who say it is cheaper to give MPs rent allowance than to keep them in that house because one MPs no company said Mususha. Two, you have power they consume in terms of electricity, water.
Yeah, because buying car to take care of all of those. And I think that's why even government is not succumbing to the call for creating a pool of vehicles for MPs. Absolutely, I was buying a maintenance there. In the long run, it's more expensive. A bit more expensive.
Maybe I'm Africa. And then I can't maybe I come and MPs not as no so cars in the view. I
buy my cars. That would make sense because even for
ministers of government,
who are 4-wheel back and a saloon back, right?
No.
That's who information. I don't information.
No, yeah, my MPs 2 cars.
No, cars MPs 2. Ministers.
Ministers were 1
saloon
and a saloon car.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
the 4-wheels are for external travel. So unfortunately,
we use it. Yeah, I won't cry.
And that's for 1A. But MPs in Ibiza.
But we, Mami Efia Koto say, Obi, I disagree with Honorable Ayepe. Every man can birth you and father you in any way possible. And it's worth celebrating them on Father's Day. Or say, wives celebrate their husbands because they are the fatherly figures at home and in the lives of their children. Obi, happy Father's Day to you and all fathers. Also, happy birthday to the one and only Chairman General in Ghana's media space, Mami Efia Koto and anyway. Yes.
But Oma almost said Father's Day, they define Father's Day, and I read it to you from Google.
Yeah, you did.
It is paternal bond and fatherhood. Into Onona Green or car, it's true, no can say no cry. But the fact and it says, you see the Father's Day, the brain behind Father's Day, the match. Now, I will know to buy the it's for parents to tend to their abandoned children. Anything is enough. I'm a friend. Unga Jawanga Januma JJ, you do be back to the papa to age home and found the birthday crown call. We said this.
But one of our go-to persons about relationship, home and something about Elder Amos Kevin Annan, or say, was sending me a shot of the origins of Father's Day, and he thinks the history of Father's Day you gave was a bit messed up in terms of the history and the origins of Father's Day. We say origins of Father's Day, the campaign to celebrate the nation's fathers did not meet with the same enthusiasm, perhaps because, as one florist explained, quote, fathers haven't got the same sentimental appeal that mothers have, unquote. On July 5th, 1908, a West Virginia church sponsored the nation's first event explicitly in honor of fathers, a Sunday sermon in memory of the 362 men who had died in the previous December's explosions at the Fairmont Coal Company mines in Monoga. But it was a one-time commemoration and not an annual holiday. The next year, a Spokane, Washington woman named Sonora Smart Dodd, one of 6 children raised by a widower, tried to establish an official equivalent to Mother's Day for male parent. She went to local churches, the YMCA, blah, 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 and it goes on and on. And I think the history and origin a bit nuanced than what you...
That's man can say biological children. As more can also say, widow, yeah.
That's okay for Father's Day.
It is about adoption.
You can economy.
Who adopt you? National.
Mate.
Na Father's Day dia waka we see ye ma sa nkrofo na father emfa omo ho ye ma enko omani.
Na omo nya responsible.
Omo nya responsible enough because of the way we celebrate it.
George, into any of the issues I say with the home come on, I mean to you. Yemre no issue. The other more the better me.
What are the issues?
One issue will be not just say. Na na also chroma yeshi.
And that's a chroma yeshi. I know be en country na yen blue. Chroma yeshi. Obi.
Only issue me ba obetumi aka say because the bias na yeshi. Ana Ghana can yes.
We could with your hard you.
FL na me no edin komo. So ni ya.
We could with
you. Maybe or be you obeka. If you real na waba.
Aso obetumi aka na say bias nyina ayeshi. And the biaka Ghana. America fusi since 40 years omo inflation dey been
omo hu ni say that. Okay.
About UK since 1992.
Omo hu ni say that. But George, don't you agree, sir? They all can say this is universal and yet Ghana specific.
Obi, that's it. You see, you talk about my government, so I'm solving problems. Immediately, a government about a problem. I'm a citizen solving now your problem. Fitiada ya two abama na nado dankwe kufuado ne mamudu baomia. Omaba be problem. Omaba be adeswa kese atu Ghana for so. Menjin this American government with this level of inflation ekoso say it's a world problem. Joe Biden and then the running and the vice. I say omo kwa kusi cathedral. Clearly, then the government is sick.
But the cathedral began in 2018.
It began in 2018. As of 2018, Skassan are committed to it. Skassan are committed into the cathedral in the last 1 year. In the heat of it, can we put? Is it the only government project that you putting on hold?
Okay.
Obi Menewoka say, wouldn't himself for the last 3.5 years. Basic schools, only textbooks. Are you aware of that? Yeah, in fact, textbooks in Korea. Menewoka told him the national service salary arrears. Menewoka told him the municipal chief executives. I buy way from 20 here up to date. Uza no check Accra. Yeah, who did that on our point? Uza into your mokai. It is over $20 million. Opportunity cost of start $20 million. Then at the bay. School feeding is in a mess. Yeah, ma muko squares. Yeah, mama diani di. It's me mama diani indi. Over $20 million. Now you're buying. Now what dream what this year? Now you are seeing go through credit crunch. Would you go and put it into a cathedral? What about the cathedral? Clearly, this government have misplaced priorities. Onim dia oye. And when you are buying or dreaming, no yeah. Share petrol prices. Omega shows Russia supply 11% of the world's crude. Not correct. How many taxes the oil crude so? 12 different taxes. 40% of the minutia export price no taxes in kwa buy hono. It's now we are seeing go through some problems, you know. What are governments around the world what are they doing? They are doing things about supporting citizens, no? Because yes, there is a problem. And let's not say because of Ukraine in Tokyo and the COVID in before Ukraine, our economy was going down. Inflation started going up way before Ukraine. Inflation started control, so the economy itself was challenged before Ukraine. But now you don't involve yourself in reckless and careless expenditures. Yeah, president, the private jets will not say. And we're not paying E11. We also have how we became. Immediately I pass E11, I was going for private jets. So is this the government or dreaming on one? Government are umba esu. Say yentumi feeding kodawo school. School kodawo feeding program. A big problem. Take somewhere when you have money, competing interest. Cathedral. Now you say nyame kra anybody say usi cathedral akomodo ma. Odi say nyame anybody ne say or hwe de ekoso o man mu. National service will pay 700 cities or 500 cities. Obi in this current economy, in this current dispensation, so economy e wo mu yi. So uti obi 550 or 600 Ghana cedis. na say sika no emba. Every morning, they are Monday to Friday. Students, no, a service personnel is expected to work with transportation costs, you're saying this year. And then go back right on the saying, Garini beans credit on the saying. Some job formula not 001 and a 010. Meaning what did you once a day? Now one crown more Gary. Koko, we are lucky and I'll talk Koko back. And will be these are relatives. What's a Ghana who be? So if you have such a president or G Ghana, now the best decision is so you have 20 million Ghana citizens or $20 million or the back of cathedral at the expense of basic schools textbooks. 3 years, 6 months. Now, a papabia smokers, if you want to destroy a nation, destroy their education. Okay? What we are doing to our basic schools today. So Uncle Dana, for the last 3 years, I'm at school textbooks in your own. What's the curriculum? No? The teachers are still using the old books no more on the child. Now it doesn't stand here. We are American because we are in a messed up state. It is broken, totally broken. I say, Akufo-Addo is bankrupt of ideas. He's dishonest, he's inept and incompetent. This is the time I bet you I can say this government is incompetent. And I keep saying is there. And the last time I used useless. Studio but this is the most useless government in the history of the no, but useless. I have to video. Adie Suni for so Obi, Adie Suni for so Obi, George. But we sat here, the court president, government incompetent. That's what kind of incompetence? And it was okay. What kind of incompetence? But Obi, what's the difference between incompetent and useless? What are you useful? What is the difference? Obi, put that aside and let's move on. But the other question is, building the national cathedral, if government should... establishing for yam kitawe, a soon need for so being mechanical for Mecca. It is of no use, useless. Simple as ABCD. This is a useless government, and I emphasize. It is the worst government a Ghanaian say. This is a government that does not respond to the cause of the ordinary Ghanaian. Anybody or side it's our buying way or your mind buy for. Anybody who sees the ills are buying way and perpetuate your own no or you depart bonnet for on drink Ghana this year. Obi, our situation is worse than any other country. Okay, international crisis. Your neighbors, Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire's economy is doing better than our economy. Why are they not standard? No. Even Nigeria is doing better than us. Even Togo is doing better than us. So, our assertion is there an international crisis. Inflation is worse in Ghana than the whole sub-region. Our currency is the fastest depreciating in the world. Are they? And then $8.2. And now $8.2. Are they? And then you have a president who lives like an Arabian king. Or flyer, even his convoy. If we are going through austerity, cut your budget. Na jai ayi kasa bebre no and ayi lip services now paid to us no. Obi, we are in a bad state. We are in a bad state. We have never seen worse like this before. Sadly enough, I are quiet because the book at Nezobi and Min can ask him Obi true. How do you say why you're quiet? When you are talking? Because you see and bossy Rebecca. Quiet fast so can't your mama same with Chroma no mono. Sanyaka Kufuado asem. We have done the greatest disservice to Ghanaians, especially those of us that work microphones here anymore. Yet mean Obi, the way I hold the President Mahama accountable or no. Even President Mahama and all the good things he did, we refuse to see. The ills under this government, Bonia, Air Koso, Ketasisa, Air Koso, Abai, we are seeing. But we are all quiet because we'll be true. Because of how journalists have been hunted under this government. But you think people are quiet? Obi. You go on social media and do you see that as a population of my quiet? Obi, yes. It doesn't look it. But Obi, am I the one saying it? Even the media, they've been barometers. A year, my friend is saying, some media measurement of freedom. Yeah. It came to say, America. The number of times I have caught journalists, if your mustache is in them, America. The way you brutalize journalists under this, America. Manasseh Haruna no one modern kosie under John Mahama or criticize Mahama mami we krana Manasseh Bonnet. The day his mother died, the day President Mahama, ne mami we na Manasseh was all over. We even gave him protection to the extent that the then Minister for Communications, Minion Manebo Amakra friend beside say, we have police protection under the MPP, under the so-called champion of freedom of rights. Journalists are murdered, journalists are hunted, journalists are assaulted for criticizing him. Obi, our situation is worse. Our institutions have failed. The courts have failed us. The police have failed us. Under Dampari, the number of innocent lives are citizens of this country. Who is saying it? And it's happening all over. It's happening in Western region. It's happening all over. Police brutalities are on the increase. Aside of what hey, Obi, let's call a spade a spade. We have failed the people of this country. Akufo-Addo Bawumia has failed. The NPP has failed woefully. But this group is almost a demonstration. Arise Ghana. You never can You never support it because only pain. We should all go out there on that day. And now, because it's a mobile money. So now, lady, no, say, honorable, when there's a demonstration, I say, your mama, boy. I say, the human in your crowd. We be seeing now the whole day. We be a man by and I'm saying, well, you say Arise Ghana for some mobile demonstration. You never find don't be. Because I will see a tintest will call extra by way. I hear it's a 2 days demonstration. I will see you now, oh, you're Ghana, not the air costing in your offer. And the good news is that we're a political party, individual Ghanaians are. And I've seen a lot of media people in the media space championing Arise Ghana, It is an opportunity for Ghanaians to tell this government, say, Enko ye, YouTube said the world is going through a phase. We are acknowledge, say, there are crises around the world. But our situation is worse. And when there are crises, in other jurisdictions, are crises. The measures For instance, in America, COVID people were not even made to pay rents. And but I know what the current man be too. Government does things amount comfort. So if more acknowledges there was a year, give us some comfort. We'll be look at food prices today. This is the government that was spending scapa on agriculture. This government has spent more money on agriculture.
The Greek minister argues said there is food.
But that man is
getting into the marketing a problem. About food. On a Juma to produce food. There is food in abundance.
Why economics there?
Yes, it was senior high school.
Okay, so and at senior high, demand and supply. Yes. Very simple.
Yes.
When demand exceeds supply, what happens?
Prices will come down.
No, demand
exceeding.
Prices will go up. Yes. When supply exceeds demand,
then it comes down.
So if there is abundance of food, prices will come down because they will want to sell it cheap. So you know what he's admitting? One, the road minister has failed us because then the road minister has failed. This is the year of roads. But you know the problem with the agric minister. And forgive me, he's the worst performer. And you see one of the things that they can say, Akufo-Addo are buying. So you're a reshuffler. The agric minister is one of the worst performing ministers. The amount of money I acquire agric. Any fertilizer on my tongue. We should not be here. Obi, there is food shortage on our markets. And he can sit there and say that it is not true. But go to the markets, find out from the farmers. If in 3-4 months, nothing is done, and you can talk to the extension officers, we will be heading towards 83. So you know his problem, his shame is that we're saying so much of Minu Yesika. They've misused our money, and maybe a scandal. So the only thing you can say is that there is food. But anybody, anything, they cannot insult the intelligence of Ghanaians. If there is food, where is the food? Where is the food? I can't say roads in say. And I can't say, and now because petrol prices have gone so high, it affects demand and supply. What is he telling us?
I'll listen to Honorable Aipe, but it's here for Mommy Simamino, Memorana Mimiti Honorable Aipe on this issue, and then we conclude. Stay with us.
Me say, Alande.
Ade pay na Alande.
Ghana pay Alande.
Hey, finally, Ghana pay Alande.
Do more your way on Ghana Pay. Send and receive money at 0 transaction fees. Pay bills, buy airtime and data. Transfer money in and out of your bank accounts and so much more with Ghana Pay. Dial *707# to register for Ghana Pay or download the Ghana Pay app from the Play Store or App Store.
Alande. Ghana Pay Alande.
Ghana Pay. Your money, your way.
This service is powered by Gibbs.
Syndicated Capital and Multi TV. I come to my pabomu at the Jewodia promo 2022 no abba. Sisi adie original advanced S2 decoder. A 100 Ghana cedi per a year for sale. Ekra over 150 TV and radio channels. Ebesama crystal clear pictures. Sound no so da hose. And it is something say over voltage protector ewo auto scan. Nasa o kwenetema internet dia. Unlimited content and albenya. Warranty at tattoo. Yes, advanced quality S2 decoder. And non kwana 100 CDs per a chedi bienwa a sumbu our Ghana ha a chenwe. Yema content abama weni ache. Na bosono so unchia kapra bampo. Unya chia 100 Ghana CDs ni wedia. And no. Oko Multi TV for share wa Ghana have a bia biato. Fre and our sapien. Our 0557 632601. And I says 0545 469319. And I kwa abefitin tenfidiano so. Manjoyonline.com. And I says syndicatedcapitalgh.com. 2022 Jewidia promo. Advanced quality S2 decoder and non-kwa and 100 CDs per.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, Mr. Lawson. So what is this?
I'm checking my money.
For what?
It's getting to the end of the month. I'm going to pay my rent.
You haven't heard of rent to own?
Rent to own?
Well, under the Plant City Extension project, they offer you a whopping discount for this month of May. But listen, you pay just 20% of the property and it's all yours. 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom houses. Plus, they are even developing beachfront house. Mr. Lawson, reach them on www.newaccra.city or call 05555 30300 0577 9111 01 or 055 7054 635. Plant City Extension Project, shaping Ghana's urban future.
I'm moving into my...
You better.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Who died yes where you?
Kwame, I don't mean you. I can roofing and a ceiling. Na me contract anon so say. Me feni na enkodan rocksters. Wonso wo kromo pan, wo dwen ho sen.
The contract and won nimnia ko. Ghana had here a ban of quality metal trusses, roofing sheets, plasterboard, and a POP ceiling there. Aye rocksters. En fie be brain in a rocksters. Adi roofing sheet papa and who akadia asum Ghana for.
En kaya say ya no mu die inso ebo.
En near the fudiechi nan kotwa de bon en net sunda ache. Fre 0544 338041. Say metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and a POP ceiling there. Fre rocksters na won chawuntum.
Muntie oh, Asempa, Wobetin Sem, Asempa pa, Nya Wupe Biara, Asempa FM, Station Bakupe, Asempa, Wo Fie, Asempa, Wo Jumemu, Asempa, Baby Awo Biara, Asempa FM, Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM. Eko si saying Jumedi no asugusu awutie no. Me dey your say bonso. Make us say honorable Ipe ewa ha. George Opariado ewa ha. Honorable Ipe, me pacho mamintie your reactions to the issues.
Ekun West. Say we ahun talk no. Say onim difference between incompetent and useless. Incompetent say bia yama wadwuma bi say na adwuma nim dia owo ho sha na wontumi nya ne senia esese wo ye no. It doesn't make you useless. Na yes adwuma na ye de ama wo say ye no na unhu so papa. Ye call parliament no West bu ha use ya it may be similar
enye parliament
but ye be catch you say baako enye parliamentary baako nti say wo catch you be so useless it's unparliamentary, it's an insult. But over to me in a nice way so you're incompetent. I feel me nim baby I mean your parado yeah in the basic economics. Me a technical man, me call technical school man economics, but me nim say me call parliament me sunya say supply more than demand prices dropped. And when demand is more than supply, prices increases. Yeah. But and yet the only factors. For instance, a bit more by say supply baby as in demand. But inputs with the Emma supply ekosra to me increase. Let us go into the fuel industry. When we say fuel or hopper, baby, I could be a fuel. Now, so factors I'm a fuel boy a ten supply and demand but food price are cosorono. Uba Ghana ha a ye say young factors are exchange rate and a international cost of the fuel, which actually rooted from demand and supply. But Ghana hano, there's enough supply of Ghana. Baby a fuel. But a no man Emma fuel no boy no Sanyo mano akosoro. Into no boy day. Into be to my possible say you will answer na ye can you 83. You who years be after 83 you name so I can say aduan why dia. Obo say okiteska nso be ko market na aduan no ebi ni ho. Eno na yesi demand na akosoro asen supply. But near ye say no aduane ebi ho. Na momu no enoma ye de aduane ye agric inputs and a cost of transport international statistical service be ka kire ye say near ama year inflation akosoro no transport and transport are a result of high cost of fuel and import of spare parts. Inti eno na ama no ma buy edin inti enuanom no economics na nye demand and supply na gwana ma na we edin. It will come to a point how obenya enough supply but input ama cost of production are high. Into cost of production higher, there will be enough supply, but still the price will go up. Into one tiasa and farmer. I feel so what parliament why MP pen and I simple or a leading politician. So well budgeter, Oben says, yeah, budgeter. Yan Cassie, I feel your career free senior high school into your pompiscan, you free senior high school, no energy as so far. Now Western housing as so far. Now rules and so far. No, Sikana Bebano, which you chanting kakranka, not sector bia and you be. Into see a promise you be see cathedral. Scan Kakrabeko cathedral. Kakrabeko Rose projects. Nancy and Chay, your two contractors, a binomoka. One can the doors moon. So arrangements have been made to pay them. School feeding arrangements is being made to pay them. Into BBR sector, be a benyanka, cranka. Nancy na school, free senior high school. Now want to me school, where Charles was a supply. And also Kakrako. Okay, about 200 million Ghana cedi this uncle. Into governing country, we better check every sector, every unit of the economy, Benyaka crank, and then we move on. Want to mean say, yin printy, textbooks, me teacher funti, sika aqua education, yan samfa another sika uncle, not one sector be the onso fakra, into a yanka crank near the co. Now, I know what can see. You the 250 million equity cathedral sikan enye se bia ye kan na Ministry of Finance case this kan ni akotam 250 million ni e da akoto national cathedral for account mu na da ho na school feeding no come do no that's not how it is done. I was say ya what yase e sika ye vote ye friend financial votes to that sector into contact na osi dan no osia now we're raising IPC, the interim payment certificate. Not the Ministry of Finance. Now financial process, Western Housing first, and as a consultant, and Western Housing for the consultants no be certified. We are not the Ministry of Finance. Finance be pushy Bank of Ghana. Maybe Bank of Ghana not control it here. It was a crisis. 250 million. I hear you can answer me. We shall by the end of this year, move 50 million Ghana is going to want to use here because. Pre-financing contract and be see now we prepare IPC not the akwaji payment into near abeye here now say finance ministry so why your financial votes in this also what babo ntin what church them na Ghana for tiase because Ghana for adwene say sika eni ho eni e pay the school feeding eni e kuku 250 million eni e dey akwato account bi mu say cathedral no use yes anete e sika finance ministry vote say sika we ye the kwakoye President Cathedral. For all you know, a better about say contract and be ready certificate. It's now road contractors. Ready certificate are you to me into 1K. There was a financial vote. You vote to seek our parliament say be rules. But your rules new year now will raise the IPC. So can any available. Until we can't pay them because income and expenditure budget and you pretty. It says here we voted 250 million. No say contract and require adwuma na and now we raise 250 million there kwakutua. No. We better about say by the end of this year, na say 250 million okra no yentua wi nonsense. And I say 250 million go to my last be say 1 year. And sana contract to my consumer say scaling nyina. Nti o say yet asesa. Na yenuanum end this one won wi refi wo. Hwe om kukuru 820 million. E de ma sada. E de ko yen confirm. E man confirm no etu ekokotena Burkina Faso nga mabiem hwe se sika no $100 million se na wo the exchange rate today's exchange rate calculate here 820 million Ghana cedis. Now the question is you to me the 25 million esi cathedral finance minister abachira say see to me it will even pay for itself as compared to 820 million ye de kokko yen confirm through SADA now confirm to ko Burkina no nga mabiem ene sa kan loan MPP abanga na do dan kwakufu ado dan ye ne etu asa aka de we are no aba be catch yensi na ya de bosia bebe mu huni amode ya de bi kotua am SADA sika na mo de koyen confirm na wo tukwai no ebi ene ye de tua asese nti I was say you bebe ye nwa NDC fo no what ya se no we calculation wo hu say ya this 820 million because koyen confirm no nga tua ko ene se ya de 250 million because share cathedral na raise tourism na amanfo abaha abehwe ne yanya sika no back no ne wane oh nti ebese yenuanom so oba no wakasa ya wonhwe sa ensem no na wonkan yi oka textbooks enya no kwarehwe bi enyere akira deda me ma akira deda yebetumi de syllabus abase syllabus we na mu use fan akira de but na textbook ni ho ubetumi enya sa information ewo syllabus no mu no ubenya from other textbooks at even ubehwe textbook no kra no na it's an update syllabus is an update of the old textbook into we printed textbooks brown na kra na ubenya information ni bi old textbooks no into ya make provisions send the teacher for to prepare one notes no akire nkwala na de why is our government and make arrangement and place order na yes yem print textbooks no from outside the country beam local printers ya award contract to some of them we be print textbooks no e dia mayen it is in the process into yegusu a ye na ne ona ma woka na ahochira ba na on chire me country ben okotu Cote d'Ivoire ekotu Togo ene ade ehifa pa eno se na de me hu atono country bibia akoso pepepe e wo se ya dwene ni yehu se ne eti biara no wiase ahochira ba inflation akoso e wo wiase afa na nyina no Ghana nso e be kan mi titiru pa ne se Ghana ye wa hasisi ya ye wa yi ye nneoma bebire ho ye import so what the Ghana economy compare Togo and Cote d'Ivoire, especially the French-speaking countries now, they have different economic structure, different from ours. It never be able to say what Ghana, international pressure bar. It will not be the same effect in Togo because Togo almost reserve of crowd of France. Apart from that, in Sahoko Togo, now the way they live, almost believing in their local products in Taria almost Ebianga Omudi as compared to Ghana, young enough foreign taste. So our country be now or enjoy foreign taste even when the local provision is available. See our near my area Ghana Hakura, Ghana ni person be di abrochira biang, Ghana ni person be sha abrochira tare, Ghana ni person will live country at sano as compared to Cote d'Ivoire bekono. Na test na e shano na tare no, ye printing no Cote d'Ivoire, ye pound no Cote d'Ivoire, sa one top and down we ne eshe won. So all the two economic countries see compare. I say external pressure bar e be affect yanya ye Ghana have more than them. Uko country be to say Japan, South Korea, they lack their local vehicles. Miko India, ten be almost person Tata and that's ambassador vehicle. It is a prices of vehicles echo up our outsider. It will not affect them so much. Say Ghana ha Bribia import. Into the two economies are not the same. But I'm not so interested. Say the Ecosu Ghana and it's not affecting Cote d'Ivoire, it's not affecting Togo. But we say because of our lifestyle, the way I affecting women, affecting will not be as higher as senior affecting women. The difference is there. I think no can a Greek minister. You see, never be how see it. Yes. Now me call me crowd weekend. Now me say my sister entry me ko be mama. Okoton toast 10 cedis. 10 cedis no man ko. Sir, tin tomatoes. Chance and bigger one na you empty one. Emma ayashe. And 10 cedis. Yes, out of what kasana metia yedin and I know I have a fact. I have pictures here I can show you. Hwe. As of last month. Or twice in Ayensuana. As of and I started me drive from where I sit. Se me to anano me ba hana me ko constituency. but within 45 minutes, even traffic,
Omi money market
yes, we can go. We can go. As of
it might not give you the right.
Even Accra, even Accra, it's not true. Even Accra, as of last month, now paint container, now tomatoes now 1 million. As of last month,
that's 100
Ghana cedis. Today, it is 30 Ghana cedis.
Yes,
I
45 Ghana cedis.
It was 45. It depends, baby, our turn. It depends, maybe our turn.
Maybe you could just even
if it's 45 Ghana cedis, last month, 100 Ghana cedis. Now, Mr. Mitchell said, every family, we claim
and you paint rubber.
Control. You should be quiet. Mami can be Anka COVID, no COVID, Ukraine, no Ukraine.
Okay.
This period, a time I started plantation. They are planting. And you know, we are done food prices because when we sell tomatoes because of an udria, also in Temunti, when we sell price, if you have to drop. And then when I'm always say corn, I have to turn in and fresh corn, once I have town. And I'm telling you about next month, you're saying that be a copy for a funny popular. A Bruna, I have to turn fresh. And your papa, Doctor turn it 3 citizens, and Baba even be do 150 pesos. You see, that is how food economy and anything that statistical
it
doesn't understand what this is. Now, I mention, well, anything that statistical catch yeah, inflation here across to 27%. It is because of food and high food prices and transport. Then amount of transport no cost. The international crude oil it is now $127 per barrel. And you who say food prices are this is the time food are you from outside the country, you know. And then I ding na local people no say feel na would be
Asempa FM.
Into we are ding our price never cost. Says yes local ones no started ba. You started banching, deriba, a bro started ba, a beans, atoko, those things if you say ba. We the price never drop. Missy last minute, not tomatoes paint chance no. Now you 100 Ghana cedis. Today it is even if it is the 45 cedis as I said, but me to be 30 cedis. It is what I say 50 cedis, 45 cedis. And so we say within 2 weeks. Now the net me drop from 100 cedis to the 45 Ghana cedis now can mission about say the next week be share hano or baba catch me na 20 cedis. So some of these things no see the statistics now you're very careful. Me who say a seasonal thing and it will change. It a transport cost and I'm but a baby transport no transport no I don't know why farmer no want to cheaper a pro a honor or no economy now no can demand and supply no a baby in into I one shot and one channel so no who say NDC at the 820 million Ghana cedis. Ekoma Sada at the Korean confirm the Tukoi. It is another 250 million. Sikati the be pay for itself. I was say what you do.
Very well. Mamena 100 million. Yem running. I was say sorry. Said honorable Medas. George, Mamena say. You better say why? You better say next week. Ego see saying the higher Asempa FM.